Today, I'm going to talk about my two favorite topics, stories and venting. Welcome to today's episode. I am here in my own office. For those of you that are wondering where the magic happens, it's right here. This is my desk. This is where I write and create and do webinars. I'm excited you're here. I'm excited to be entertaining our two questions today. They are all about how not to pick up what your team is laying down. A new member on the team, your colleagues are going to come expecting you to take their stories from history and make them yours. And other people are going to come by and expect you to join them in venting. I'm going to give you techniques on how to stay out of both those situations.
Newest member of the team in Ohio asks, what would you do if you were on a new team of 13 and two of your teammates ran the whole team? My manager is young and has limited experience. Therefore, she allows the two employees to dictate what the team does. If the two don't like the idea, it doesn't get implemented. Help.
Well, new to the team in Ohio, congratulations on your new position. And congratulations on coming in and trying to get a lay of the land, figure out, given this context, where the clear paths are to get work done and who in your particular environment seems to have found some ways that work well. You'll notice as I congratulate you how careful I was to be very neutral with my language, because you as a new person are already picking up on the stories and the gripes and the grudges of the rest of the team, where they're giving you their ego story about a young, weak manager and two sordid characters who are the only ones who can get ideas through and they have the power to kill everything. And my first advice to you was don't believe everything you hear. Check it out for yourself. Instead of what I traditionally say, which is stop judging, start helping, I'm going to ask you to stop judging, start studying. And I want you to study ways in which you can move your ideas and your work forward in your current reality and do it in a neutral way. So if this were me, and I noticed for myself that there was a couple people on the team that were very skilled at getting their ideas forward and very skilled at limiting ideas that they were concerned wouldn't work. I would study them. I would go to them and put them, if they're willing, in the position of a teacher. I would ask them, what is it that you value and what do you look for in a good idea? And what are some of the ways you make decisions? And what advice would you have for me if I wanted to add a lot of value to the team? And would you be open for me to bring some ideas that I might have and help me improv on the idea and make them better and more equipped and more sellable in this organization? See, I would just co-opt those folks. They have figured out some paths forward. I would go learn from them, but you can't learn from them when you're judging them. And you can't learn from them or form a relationship with them when you're buying into the story of everybody else. Now, that doesn't mean you need to sell out or you need to join a bully system and limit access to everyone. I would just be a person who's able to travel between many lands and be able to find out from people who seem more successful in getting ideas through what techniques work, what things they value, what you need to include in ideas to gain and garner their support. And I would go back and I would help others utilize the lessons that I've learned. I would become a wonderful translator. I would become a wonderful bridge builder. I would become a really happy person who is stepping away from all the judgment of things like politics and simply taking out loaded words like politics and replace it with relationships, So see, you don't have to play politics. You can just form good relationships. And because of people's expertise or time or position or techniques, they can move things forward when others cannot. I would study and learn and figure out what works right now in that culture. And once I was able to use those techniques to make things work in my reality, I got skillful in the way I dealt with reality. I would go open up access to everyone and teach them some of those same techniques.
Anonymous in Rochester, New York wants to know, as a peer, how can I encourage my coworkers to stop venting?
And how can you get your coworkers to stop venting? Bad news, you can't get them or make them do anything. But a way to impact other people's behavior that is within your control is to stop enabling it. And most people don't realize that even if you're standing by silently or not agreeing or colluding, you're still enabling the situation. So you got to be prepared. You got to practice this stuff before it happens so that you're ready. So here are my tips. First, diffuse the drama with language. Listen aspirationally. When people make a statement, think about how you could neutralize it, make it more positive, and repeat it back to them. IT can't manage to have a paper bag and the project is tanked. Oh my gosh, our colleagues in IT are struggling with the conversion. Sorry, we just got 3 patients dumped on us. Oh, I didn't realize we have 3 new admissions. That's it. Just repeat back without the drama. That starts a wonderful little micro boundary, sets the tone for, if we can, let's flip into something positive. Now, if it doesn't get positive, go the next step. Respond with profound positivity. Those guys in IT, I love those guys. They are working their tails off. Profound positivity. Then do your best to move the energy away from judging into helping. Oh my gosh, the folks in IT are struggling with a conversion. I'm wondering what we could be doing to help. 3 new patients? Let's get everybody together and talk about how we could help do this most efficiently so patients aren't impacted. Oh my gosh, our brother didn't get mom a birthday present. Let's figure what we can do to help him get that done so that mom, who we love, gets a present from everybody, since that's our goal. Now, some people aren't going to go there with you. They're going to go, well, I'm not going to help. I'm not getting involved in that hot mess. Okay, then change the subject. Okay, well, if you don't want to do that, let me know if you need any help with your patient and move on. Or go the next mile, and this is the big one, is to thank people for bringing it up, because it gave you the opportunity to reflect on how you could do better. So when somebody comes to me and they say, we got 3 patients dumped on us, I go, oh my gosh, we got 3 new patients. What could we be doing to help and make it more efficient? So I forget it. I'm not going to solve management's problem. Oh, well, I'm glad that you told me, because it really helps me take a look proactively on what I could do to make these admissions go as smoothly as possible. Thank you for bringing it up. It gives me a chance to reflect on how I could help. And then I just go about the business of helping. And one of 3 things will happen. People will stop coming to you to vent because they will get that it just doesn't last or fly there. 2, they'll jump in on helping with you, right? They'll join you, and you'll have been able to toggle switch their mindset from ego to collaboration. Or you will have one more thing in your world that reminded you to self-reflect. Don't move into ego with them. Self-reflect and go use your power to do good in the world. There's no bad outcome from a colleague coming to you venting unless you enable it. So keep the questions coming. I love answering them on this show.